So the first thing we're gonna do is get some oil into the pot, and you want your heat to be on medium heat, and you just want to add a tiny bit of oil, just that amount of oil, just to grease your pot. Add in a couple of tablespoons like this. And all you want to do is just make that like cook up. Add some onion. This. And you want to add your carrots. Here's where you want to add a little bit of water. You're gonna add a little bit more water from the kettle. Pretty much you're gonna make it like cook a little bit. You're gonna turn the heat up a little bit. I'm gonna cover it. And just wait for it to steam out. And once this is steamed, then we're gonna put our shrimp in. So this is how you want it to look. You see how like it looks wet and it looks good or whatever. You want to add a little bit more white pepper. I'm Jamaican, so I'm trying to get as much spice as I can in here. So for the sauce, what you're gonna use is a teaspoon of the chili garlic sauce, just a little bit. This is good. This is good enough. Then you're gonna use you're gonna use a tablespoon of oyster sauce. You need this. Just gonna add that in here. It's a tablespoon right there, or a tablespoon and a teaspoon or whatever. As much as is right here, that's as much as you need. You're gonna need a little bit of soy sauce. That was literally a dash, so that's like a teaspoon. This is sesame seed oil. You do not want to put a lot of this in your food because it will have it on and pop in, okay? It will have like the most smokiest taste. You would not be able to stand it. You'll lose your mind. So you want to just add like a couple of dashes. And that's all you need. And you just want to mix that real quick. I'm going to show you guys how to thicken it. You might need like a little bit more soy sauce in this. This is like turning out so good. The shrimp is the last thing you're gonna add because you know shrimp cook so quickly. You know you don't want to overcook them. Yeah, you want to add a little bit more, another teaspoon or tablespoon of the oyster sauce. Okay. You don't want to add too much because sometimes it'll become like salty, and that's not what you do not want. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit more the soy sauce because that makes everything dark. You want to add some sugar to this. See how much darker it got? At this point, you want to make sure your flame is down. And you want to make sure you get some sugar. I'm going to use Domino sugar. I'm going to literally use like a little dash of this. So a teaspoon of this. Only a teaspoon. That's all you really need. Because it pretty much cuts the sugar for you. What you want to do is use your cornstarch, and you want to add about this much, and that's about 2 teaspoons. And you want to add some of that water that you have in your kettle, and you want to mix that. You see how everything is reducing? At this point, you want to turn the stove off, and this is your little slurry of cornstarch, and you know cornstarch thickens things, and you just want to pour this in over here, and you just want to stir everything in. And the cornstarch eventually turns back to brown. It doesn't stay white. It turns right back to brown. And you want to make sure that your stove is now off. I'm going to turn that off. And this. And don't nobody be in the comments talking about why your pan's so black. My pan is black because I'm Jamaican and we use this pot a lot. So this is the time, right, where you want to taste. At this point, you would want to add in your shrimp that is cleaned with your vinegar and your salt. So literally how I do it is that I just mix the shrimp in like this with the stove off because everything else is hot, right? And you know shrimp cook very easily and very quickly. Put the cover back on the top. Make it steam for like 10 minutes like this. Or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can just leave it on low, really low, and just make it just cook just like that. And you can turn the stove off, and we wouldn't even have to make it steam. All the shrimp are like perfectly done, like they're not overcooked, and that's what I like. I hate when shrimp is tough, as I like to say. I don't like when it's tough. So but the only thing that I would do differently with this recipe is put the broccoli in at the last minute. I feel like because it was frozen, it cooked way quicker. So next time I'll just put it in with the shrimp and make it cook like that, because it didn't really need to be cooked that much. But anyways, yep, this is it. It's perfect, and I'm about to have a nice old dinner and have a nice day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope your recipes come out perfect like mine did. It tastes really good, and if you want to add a little bit more sweetness to it, you could add honey, which is my honey right here. I know it says Ray and Nephew on it, but it is from Jamaica, straight from Jamaica. So it has, this is how honey comes in Jamaica, well, when you buy it from the market. So it's like fresh. So that's what I would add to it if you wanted to make it sweeter. Or add the white sugar. I just like my natural stuff, you know. So thank you for watching. Enjoy your meal or whatever you want to do.